everyone, and welcome. This is Robert here with a Tech Geek 311 recap of Apple's 2016 spring event. Now, I know it's pretty much been 10 days since this event has already been live, but let me give you the reason later on why I'm doing this video so late in the time. Let's start off first with a recap of what Apple did on March 21st for their little 1 hour or so spring event that they held. Basis for this event pretty much was actually Tim Cook to explain the security of the iPhones on why Apple did not agree with the FBI and didn't give in to the FBI on unlocking and breaking through the phones. That was the first thing that he hit on. The next thing was to introduce a lot of what iOS can do for you. So it's sort of an introduction back to iOS 9.3 since we've been running 7 versions. And of course with this event, that means they're going to release iOS 9.3 that day. Then came in the main loop it in sort of idea for this event, which was basically an iPhone 5 souped up to become an iPhone SE, which is special edition iPhone. Pretty much it has the same form factor of an iPhone 5, but has all the stuff that an iPhone 6S can do. So with the exception of Force Touch, or 3D Touch in other words, you've got the better Touch ID, or at least sort of souped up a little bit, sort of a better camera. You've got the 4K video, the live photos, a lot of the little things that an iPhone 6S can do, this iPhone SE can do at a cheaper price. So in other words, people that like the little 4-inch screen can now upgrade to the SE, and they get all the benefits and all the updates as everyone else. And then they hit in for an iPad Pro. They give it the 9.7-inch iPad version, which I don't understand the reasons why they're making the iPad this way. Same thing, little improvements to make it sort of like an iPad Pro in a sense. Basically gave it a few little tweaks and things like that. That was their main idea, their main thing. Then they hit on this thing called the Reuse and Recycle program, which I kind of like. You take your old devices, iPhone 4s, 5s, 6s, they won't take anything below a 4, unfortunately. You send it to Apple either through their website or an Apple store, and then what they'll do is they'll give you a gift card based on how good that product is, if it's still functional and so forth. So you can get anywhere from $50 all the way up to $300 in an Apple card you can use for any Apple products you want. So that's a good idea. That's a good program there. So now let's get into why this video is done so late. Okay. As with all these spring events, they announced a release finally of a new iOS, or sort of an updated version of iOS. In this case, we went from iOS 9 to iOS 9.3. And iOS 9.3 went through 7 betas. 7 betas going all the way down to iPhone 4s, iPad 2s, and so forth. And I've been running those betas. If you've been following me on my Patreon channel or following me on my blog, you'll know and see that I've been running those betas on an iPhone 6 Plus. I've been running those betas all through the 7 betas. I've had no problems whatsoever with the betas at all. Clean, easy software, works good, night shift mode works good, everything works fine. Well, you figure, okay, if this is the actual public version of iOS 9.3, then it should be working, because all 7 betas were working. Well, that's where the problem lied. I took my beta phone, I updated to 9.3. Not an issue. It's an iPhone 6 Plus. But then what I always do is I always run an iCloud backup for the iPad 2, and I run the software on there before I use my personal device. So that's what I did. Ran the iCloud backup on the iPad 2, no problems. Ran the update on the iPad 2. Everything seemed to run as smooth as possible. Then it comes to the activation screen, and this is what I got on the beta phone, so I knew kind of what to do. I said, okay, run to activate. It says, wait until it activates your device. Waited, and boom, right there got that little pop-up that said, could not activate your device. Right then and then, I knew when it says, could not activate your device, that device has been bricked. Now, what does it mean by bricked? That means you cannot get into that device anymore. So if your device is bricked, you're basically out of a device. It's paperweight. So what could I do? Nothing. Looked online. They said basically servers could be full. A lot of people updating. So I said, okay, I'll hold off on updating my iPhone 6s Plus. So waited. Waited a couple of minutes. Waited a couple of hours. Waited a couple of days. Same effect. So I was like, okay, what happened here? Read some more forums online, found out that the iPad 2 and iPhones, say 5S and below, could not do the update. They were all stuck on the activation lock. So I said, all right, that's great. So now, out of an iPad 2. So I gave it until maybe 3 or 4 days, found out this was only affecting older devices. So I updated my iPhone 6S Plus, not an issue. I updated my wife's iPhone 6 Plus, no issues. So then Apple finally realized this was a mistake. They created a new version of iOS 9.3 just for the iPad 2. Well, that, my friends, was a mess. So I got on my wife's PC, loaded it all up, had to update her iTunes first because it had to be the most current version, then try to get that iTunes to detect the iPad 2, which was a complete mess. Once it detected it, once I was able to figure out, okay, let's install the software, it kept saying I needed to restore it. I'm like, it's going to be a pain in the butt to restore it and have to restore the iCloud backup. Finally got it to say accepting the update. That was fantastic. 2 hours of my life basically spent trying to get the freaking thing updated, and it finally worked. Got it updated. Now I hear that Apple's releasing the update software for all the older iOS devices. So that's where my delay came from, guys. I would have had this video out for you guys 22nd, 23rd, whatever, but I've been trying to mess with this stupid iPad 2 to get it to update to iOS 9.3 because out of an iPad, that doesn't help me any. And I also wanted to double check and see how my iPhone 6S Plus worked. So I don't know what Apple's botch up was for iOS 9.3. The fact that all 7 betas were good, and now all of a sudden this stupid screw up messed everything up. So that was the problem. That was the issue why this video has taken so long to get out there. But I'm getting it out to you guys today because I want you guys to know what went on in the Apple's event and the issues with iOS 9.3 in case you guys are stuck in that situation. So as of now, which is basically the 30th of March, all devices, iPhones 4 on up, can be updated to 9.3. Now, devices below a 6 are going to have a different version number of iOS 9.3. 6 on up to 6S Plus is going to be the actual iOS 9.3 version. So just know that ahead of time. And not everyone's going to get all the features that iOS 9.3 is because it depends on your device itself. So I want you guys to know that. That's why I didn't do an update iOS 9.3 video like you've seen in my other previous videos, because there's no point. Not all devices are going to get the exact same stuff. So you're only going to see what my device gets, and that's it. And if you're not on that device, it's not going to help you. So now we got everything straightened out. iPad 2 updated. The Macs got their updates, which went pretty good. Nothing really that special with it, especially on my older Mac. The Apple Watch got a Watch OS 2.2. I didn't see anything special on there. Everything seems to be running smooth. It actually updated faster, which was happier. And then the Apple TV's got an update, but I didn't get the 4th generation Apple TV, guys, because you want to catch me on that. I believe in June, WWDC, Apple's probably going to announce a 5th generation Apple TV. So keep watching my videos, keep subscribing, and check out my blog. If you check out my blog, I got the link below. You're going to get all this information before my videos get out. So I currently keep that blog up to date each day, and you'll get that information before I have time to get a video out. Remember, a video takes a little bit of a process. To do my blog is very instant. So definitely check out that blog. Make sure you sign up on there. Contact me through there and all that stuff. Well, that's it, guys. That's Apple's 2016 spring event. In June, they'll be holding the WWDC, the Worldwide Developer Conference. So I'll try to catch you guys up a little sooner than that, but I don't know. I've got a vacation going on in June, so we'll see if I'm in town or not. If not, catch you guys in there and I'll get you guys some more videos out. So if you want to contact me, catch me on more stuff, subscribe here. Don't forget to like it if you like it, and check out my blog, catch me on there. Follow my blog all you can, and you'll get all the information before they get on to either Patreon or to YouTube. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I will catch you guys later with more.